back to Bobblehead Homestead. My name is Jeff. I had to unload a load of chicken feed so that I could go get another load of straw, and I got some garden soil. So first project was the straw. Yeah, a little trip to Tractor Supply today. But first I had to get all that chicken feed out of there. So yeah, you already saw that. Now, why did I want the straw? Let's take a look. Alright, this project is done. Got the straw spread out. They're mad at me, they're hiding in the corner. These are the golden penciled Hamburgs. They're a German breed that lays white eggs. They're kind of small, comparatively. Beautiful birds though. Yeah, you are. I just spooked them real good, spreading this straw out. They did not like that, and that's all right. They have been, they've been calming down a lot. They will eat out of my hand, and yeah, golden penciled Hamburgs. Yeah, I got about 25 of them. I haven't counted lately. They do have a unique comb. Well, that dude has the wrong comb. His is straight with the, yeah, whereas it's supposed to be a carnation comb. Stick your head up so we can see it. Yeah, anyway, it's hard to see. These guys will be in here. You know, that skid steer has been down for 3 weeks now, and I was really hoping to have them out of here by now, but they can stay in here a couple more weeks, and if nothing else, I'll just put them in with another flock. There's that comb I'm talking about. I believe it's called a carnation comb. Oop, focus. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how these dudes turn out. But the straw is put down, and this will probably be the last night they will need the heat lamp. And let me show you the other brooder hoop coop. This is the other hoop coop I'm using as a brooder, and these are the barred rocks I'm raising for Wiley and Jen. And there's a brown one, Cinnamon Queen, in there too. But yeah, last night it, according to my thermometer, got down below 40. It was 38 degrees last night, and so tonight it's gonna be below 50. We'll see. I haven't looked at the forecast today, but yeah, so I'll leave this heat lamp on one more night, and then they'll be ready to go to Wiley and Jen's whenever they're ready. But they're big enough. I mean, better safe than sorry. But yeah, tonight will be the last night for the heat lamp, and then they should be good to go. And they should be big enough now to join an existing flock. I mean, they'll get picked on because they're low on the pecking order, but they're big enough to take it. And fast enough and agile enough to get away if they're being chased. But yeah, barred rocks are happy and healthy in here. Got their fresh straw. We don't have any rain coming up for a while, so it'll stay nice and dry and warm in here. But they are looking good. That project is done, and I've got another bale of straw in the in Boss Hog over there, where it will stay dry until I need it again. But yeah, it was time. They needed some new dry bedding, and then, you know, in the future, it's like a deep bedding method. We'll see how much I've got. You know, the baby chicks that I got last week, they'll be going once Wiley and Jen get their chickens. I'll probably wait for them to, you know, get a little bit older, and then I'll move them out there, and then hopefully I get my other shipment maybe this week, maybe next week. The Welsumers, I'm still on the waiting list. I ordered those last November, and they're a month late now, but I'll take them when I can get them. It's Deer Run Farm in Maryland, and that's the farm that originally imported them into the United States, and I've had theirs before, so I like their Welsumers, so I'm looking forward to that. And then we'll see after that. That's all I have plans for right now is the Creole Penidicincas, which I have in the metal shed here. And then I've got some Welsumers hopefully on the way this week or next week. And then I'll be done with these brooders. I can get in there with a shovel and, you know, get all this stuff out, let it sit for about 6 months, and hey, fertilizer. And fertilizer prices are just going insane for farmers. Yeah, don't get me going. But yeah, that project's done. They've got their fresh straw, and they will be happy and dry and warm. And that's the plan. All right, now, you saw the other flock. One of my flocks got their first taste of freedom in the last video. And in this video, the other flock is going to get their first taste of freedom. Let's go take a look at the speckled Sussex. all right. They are enjoying the grass. Speckled Sussex, that was the other flock that they had their first taste of freedom. And I do not want to let them out at the same time because I don't want to have to chase two flocks back in every night. The fence is on. Is the fence on? Fence is on. Get back in there. Yep. That's what I don't want to have to do with two flocks every night. So I'll just alternate letting them out until they're a little bigger and can't just squeeze through the fence. But these are 45-ish speckled Sussex. They're an old breed. They're kind of awkward and kind of ugly looking now, but I guarantee you they should be some beautiful, very colorful chickens once they are adults. They lay like a light brown tan egg, which some of them might have a bloom on their egg, which makes the egg look pink. So that's one of the attractions of the speckled Sussex. Good egg laying breed. Get back in there. Get back in there. Yeah. And they're just colorful. I'd be interested to put them with a whiting true blue rooster to create some Easter eggers. They might get some groovy feather colors out of that, and some chickens that lay some light green eggs. But I will be breeding these. I'll select the best of the best and have one flock, and then the rest of them will, be the B team. And I can always use some of these for Easter eggers, and if I've got even more than I need, I can sell some of these pullets too. But yeah, they are loving grass life. Bob, hey, Greg and some other people, they're wanting to know where Doug is. Do you know where Doug is? Yeah, we miss Doug. Yeah, Doug is avoiding Bob. Bob turned into a little stinker. Bob got an appointment today to be fixed. So not this week, but next week. You hear that, Bob? Yeah. Probably my fault waiting too long, but him and Doug just were not getting along, and Bob was chasing him off. And so I have not seen Doug in probably a month now. He was, when it first started, he was hanging out next door. They have two cats. Well, that's another story for another day. But so Doug was hanging out next door quite a bit, and then he just stopped hanging out next door. The last time he was seen was over at Wiley and Jen's before they left on vacation, so like 3 weeks ago. That was the last time he was seen, and I haven't talked to them really since they've been home, for the past week. So I don't know if he's hanging out around there or not. But that's the scoop with Doug. I miss Doug. He's a very sweet cat. He's not a fighter. This guy was just being a little jerk. I don't get you, Bob. You grew up with Doug. You used to cuddle up and stay warm, and you'd play all day long. So yeah, Doug is missing. Hopefully getting him fixed, and then if Doug decides to come back around, he won't chase him off. But yeah, I miss Doug, and I hope he comes back, and I hope he's hanging out and getting free food up at Wiley and Jen's. But yeah, I haven't talked to them since before they left for vacation. So not sure about Doug, but it is time for them to get fixed. They're almost a year old. And so I'm taking him in. I'm taking the neighbor's boy cat in at the same time. We'll get them both fixed. And then there's more. I'm not spilling any beans, but there's more coming on the cat front. And that'll be for a later video. Okay, that's all I've got in me for today. I was trying to finish this project tonight, but that's not going to happen before dark. So, yeah, little cliffhanger, I guess. I'll see you tomorrow when I finish this little project, and I'll tell you what I'm doing out here with the weed whacker. It is the next day. It is time to finish the project. But first, last night, looking through the window, black cat on the picnic table eating the cat food. I think it was Doug. But I opened the door and ran off. So, yeah. And who knows? Who knows? Did not get a good look at the face, and it was dark, and it is a black cat. But it was bigger than the neighbors have black cats, but they're small, and Doug's a big boy. So I think I saw Doug last night. Good sign. Okay, you saw me weed whacking, and now let's finish this project. That's right, all this work for some peonies. We had one like this growing up back in Illinois. So yeah, I've had peonies before, and these were marked down. So, and I've already got one, I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, had one of these growing up. It was right in front of home plate for our wiffle ball field in our yard in Illinois. Because these things get pretty big and bushy, and a wiffle ball, you know, you don't need a catcher, because if they whiffed on the wiffle ball, then it would hit the peony bush. And anyway, so fond memories of a peony bush growing up. So I wanted some out here, and let's take a look at where I planted them. This is the area I'm working. Right there's the edge of that's the north or southwest corner. So I just did these 2 holes, that one and planted a peony, that one and planted peony, and earlier this year I planted this peony. I actually planted 2 of them, just bare roots, and that's the only one that grew. So when we were out here doing daffodils and tulips and stuff like that, I also planted 2 peonies. That one is doing well. The other one I planted did not hasn't popped through, so I guess it didn't do all that well. So I planted 2 more, and that is where I planted the gladiolas. So I added some all-purpose garden soil there, because it had rained and where I planted them had kind of sunk in, so that definitely will not hurt. But yeah, hopefully I'll have 3 peony bushes and some gladiolas. We'll see what they do this year, but probably next year for sure. That is the dead end, and yeah, that's the dead end. Neighbors. Oh, is that the mama? Anyway, next door neighbors. And the gravel lane, and I'll flip you around. But this is, I'm standing right here at those metal T-posts. This is the southwest corner. And then my original property went down to the bottom of the hill. Oh, there you go. So the original property went to that, you can see the ribbon on the T-post. So that's my original property. Then the new property goes up over that hill, and you can see the my non-functioning trailer, and the well house that's non-functioning, and the electric pole that's non-functioning. I got to get all that functioning. And yeah, little view of a mountain off in the distance. But that's where I'm planting these, right here on the corner of my property next to my neighbors. Neighbors helped me plant the other peonies and gladiolas, so they'll get to enjoy them also. And I can see this out of my out of the window on my house, right over my Buick. I can look right over here and I'll be able to see them. Peonies and gladiolas, hopefully coming later this year. Yeah, I figured since I had that landscape fabric, might as well, pair of scissors, cut off a little thing. Hopefully it helps this peony out. And when the others start shooting up, I might do the same thing around that. But, not a forever thing. Just let the peony get established, and then take the stakes out and go from there. But, yep, that's all I've got for this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everything. Take it easy. What are you looking at, Bob?